Ian J. Cap. Today's video, we're going to talk about some news. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so I'm going to bring it back. Just got off work, haven't even showered yet. I do this for y'all. Last night, Bloomberg announced that Trump got coronavirus with his wife. As you can see, ES took a hit, NASDAQ took a hit, and VIX went to the moon. What does this mean to the markets? For one, I'm not a Trump hater and I'm not a Trump lover. His type of personality, I know if I met him in real life, I'd probably hate him, but I don't jump on the bandwagon of hating people. I hope he recovers and gets back to, the grind. Whenever something big happens like this, you got Trump getting sick or president getting shot or killed, you're going to see a big reaction. The reason why I kind of like that Trump got coronavirus before the election, it'll show you how the markets feel about Trump. If the markets have a negative reaction to this, like even further negative than, if you look at past events, then they're really rooting for Trump to win. So if he gets sick and he, expires, you can have some nice plays set up if that happens. So you got Joe Biden versus Trump. Now, if you look back on how the markets react when a Republican wins versus a Democrat, you would think that most of the time the markets want Republicans to win. But I was looking at the past data, and it's not always the case. Because you would assume Republicans want lower taxes. Lower taxes mean businesses get to keep more of the money they earn, which means the business can grow further. But it's not always the case. If you look back, when JFK got murdered, it was only a 3% drop, which I would expect a larger drop, to be honest, because he was loved a lot. You have the attempted assassination of President Ronald Reagan at 1.2%. You got the Cuban Missile Crisis at 2.7%. Resignation of Richard Nixon, 1.3%. You'll see these things. You'll see these drops. There was also a story where Steve Jobs, it was before he died, somebody put out a hoax that he died, and the Apple dropped a lot, and it rebounded quickly. The reason I say that is, let's say, since President Trump runs this country like a business, let's say he gets coronavirus like he did, markets dropped. What happens when they say, okay, he's cured? Right back up. Here's a controversial play. Now that people are a little sick and getting old, Warren Buffett, I hate to say it, I know I might get a dislike, but he's not going to live forever. He's the main guy at Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway moves like the S&P 500. I don't know the beta, but I'm sure that it correlates well with the S&P. Controversial trade alert. Lock that door. Let's say you go long on SPY and short on Berkshire Hathaway. One of these days, old man Buffett might expire as well. What do you think is going to happen to Berkshire Hathaway? It's going to drop. Now, SPY might drop too because he's well respected in all finance. SPY might take a small drop, but expect that thing to rebound quickly. But don't expect Berkshire Hathaway to rebound quickly. And speaking about the election, it's a volatile time when the election comes. And they have a new rule. The limit down is going to be extended from plus or minus 5% to plus or minus 7%. So that means you have more of a swing. It can go down 2% further than what it previously was able. So if you want to get the Investopedia definition, in futures trading, the limit down price is the percentage decline possible in one trading day. In stocks, the limit down is the percentage decline permitted before automatic trading curve kicks in. The SEC limit up, limit down rule is designed to limit stock price volatility created by high frequency trading. So what that pretty much means is if too many people are selling, they can't just allow it to go to the floor. They got to stop it. They got to let let it breathe, let it cool down, and then they'll resume. You don't want it to be able to go to the floor. That's a good thing that they stop it. Because if it goes to the floor, bye-bye all your stocks, all your 401ks, they're gonzo. Let's put this in the comments. How do you think the market will react if Joe Biden wins versus how Trump wins? Do you think there will be a positive reaction in the following weeks if Trump wins versus a positive reaction if Joe Biden wins? Leave it in the comments. Who do you think would have a better return? So we have stock market performance by president. So this is Trump, you know. He started off hot. You know, he's a businessman. The markets love Trump. He was talking about the markets every pretty much Twitter post, how high the Dow is, how high NASDAQ is. You know, he had a little bit rough spots. You know, the Trump-China trade war. I was trading that and I was getting beat up. And coronavirus, obviously, but that rebounded. You got Barack Obama, which, I mean, come on, he had an easy road. It was right after the recession, so, well, not too easy. I don't want to downplay he's a stud too. You got George W. Bush. He had a rough time. He had to deal with the 9/11 attacks and the recession and the war. So, you know, don't fault him for that. Come on. Give it a break. You got Bill Clinton. What was that? That must have been the dot-com bubble. And then you got, you know, the rest of these guys. Who had the worst? Let's take a guess. Who had the worst return? Who was the guy? Oh, it was Hoover. That was the Great Depression. That was what was those things called? Hoover slums or Hoover something. Who had the best and who had the worst? Let's see it. We got time. Oh yeah, that's Hoover right there. Look at that. Hoover went down 80%. Yikes. Anyway, who had the most? Clinton is up there. And who's this? Coolidge? I got to read up on Coolidge. E&J Capital News. Trump gets coronavirus. Markets react negatively. E&J Capital. This is not just a day trading channel. I will get back to day trading. Real money. I've been doing broker reviews because my funds haven't settled. I will be getting back soon. I've been working too much. They've been working me like a dog. I'm out.